Hi, Eli Cohen here. With Mining City, we earn money from mining of Bitcoin Vault. The amount that we earn is very much dependent on the value of Bitcoin Vault. Therefore, I realized that in order for me to get an understanding of what's the potential of what I can earn in the future, I need to get a much deeper understanding about the special coin, Bitcoin Vault. In this video, I'm going to tell you about various things that I found out about Bitcoin Vault. Bitcoin Vault. What is it and what is its potential for the future? Eyal Avramovich, he's the CEO of MineBest. In several videos of Eyal, he explains about MineBest and how Mining City started. However, it is only when he mentions Bitcoin Vault, he starts to get very excited.
Bitcoin Vault!
The question is, why? Why is Bitcoin Vault so important? Originally, I thought that the main purpose of Bitcoin Vault was in order to give customers of Mining City something very valuable to mine. But if that was the case, he should be getting very excited about Mining City. So why is it, Eyal, why does he get so excited about Bitcoin Vault? Let's consider the history of Bitcoin Vault. At the beginning of October 2019, Eyal spoke at the World Digital Mining Summit in Germany, and he spoke about various problems with cryptocurrency.
Something we would like to see more in the future, and also to use cryptocurrencies as payment instruments. Fair distribution, this is an interesting point. Less than 0.06% of the wallets of Bitcoin owns 61% of the Bitcoin. Okay? It means the early developers, they mine 60% of the Bitcoin. And to bring now new investors, you really want to start fair. It's very hard, at least it makes it harder to bring investors. Anti-theft solutions, when someone steals Bitcoin from you, it's very hard to retrieve it. It's a process. It's possible, it's complicated. There's about 1 million coins that are still lost. And profitability. Bitcoin now is about $8,000 plus. When you again try to grow the value of a coin, you want to bring new investors, and you tell them you need to put $8,000 to get one digit, to get one Bitcoin. It will be more easy to bring new investors to new blockchains when you say give $1, get one digit, one coin, and you have potential to go. So we do believe more projects are needed, more blockchains are needed to bring more value and more fiat money converted into the crypto ecosystem.
Even a number of months earlier than that, in May of 2019, he spoke about these problems, and he was clearly looking for a solution to these problems.
And the trend is that eventually, in 5 to 7 years, someone can own more than 51% of the hash power in the world. The trend that we see, if someone will own more than 51% of the Bitcoin, they actually can control the Bitcoin.
In September of 2019, Greg Rogoski, the CEO of Mining City, he went to South Korea for an event and he spoke there about Project X. In the future, this ended up becoming Bitcoin Vault, but at that time it was called Project X. And he spoke to people who were members of Mining City about this new project that they hope to do in the future. If you go to the official website of Bitcoin Vault,
You can go to bitcoinvault.global. This is the official website when you can get the most trusted information.
there's a white paper there, and it's there available for everyone to read. And it mentions there that the Bitcoin Vault is based on a project called Bitcoin Royale. It is clear that MineBest took over this project and turned it into Bitcoin Vault. In the white paper of Bitcoin Vault, there's a reference to the white paper of Bitcoin Royale. You click on the link, and there you see the white paper of Bitcoin Royale.
We actually took the source code last year from another project and called the Bitcoin Royale, and they invented the second key, which means you can retrieve money back within 24 hours if you use the second key. And we came and said, yeah, but why to wait 24 hours when I need to do very fast deals sometimes, not always. And we came and said, let's do the third key.
Right, and what appears to me is that Eyal, as an inventor, he saw certain problems with Bitcoin and he was looking for solutions. When he went to his events, he mentions that he mentioned about these problems, and he mentioned that he's looking for new projects. They're trying to find solutions to these problems, and he mentioned that they're working on ways to solve these problems. And it appears that they found this project of Bitcoin Royale, they took it over and they turned it into Bitcoin Vault, and they're using it in order to solve various real problems with cryptocurrency. Let's consider what is the future of Bitcoin Vault. We bought mining packages of Bitcoin Vault that does mining of this special coin. With the mining, we receive the Bitcoin Vault, and as we accumulate it, as we get more and more Bitcoin Vaults, it's important for us to know what's the potential for the value of this coin to go up. And also, it's important to understand what are the possible dangers with Bitcoin Vault. Now, recently, there was a very big drop in the value of Bitcoin Vault. On the 23rd of August, 2020, within a few hours, Bitcoin Vault lost about 80% of its value. Within the next day, it did recover. However, it stabilized only at about 70% of what it was previously worth. Now, does that give us something to worry about with Bitcoin Vault? Let's consider what are the various problems that Bitcoin Vault comes to solve. So the way I see it is there's really three problems that Bitcoin Vault is coming to solve. First of all, there's a certain business problem that it gives us something more profitable to mine instead of Bitcoin. Originally, people, when they bought mining packages from Mining City, they bought mining packages to mine Bitcoin. But over the time, the amount that people earn from mining of Bitcoin has gone down, and it's not so profitable. Therefore, Bitcoin Vault gives us something else to mine, which is more profitable, right? So there's a business advantage to Bitcoin Vault, right? Another advantage of Bitcoin Vault is in the ecosystem, that because many people buy mining packages, this ensures that there's many people holding on to Bitcoin Vault, and this comes to solve a certain problem that if you have a certain coin and it's only owned by a few people, so they have a lot of control over the value of that coin. They can suddenly drop the value of the coin by selling a whole load, or suddenly cause the value to go up by buying a whole load. Right? They can have a certain amount of control. But if a certain coin is distributed amongst a larger amount of people, then that gives more stability to the coin. And then there's a third advantage of Bitcoin Vault, that it serves a certain technical problem. That technical problem being that if a person transfers cryptocurrency to somebody else, so if they make a mistake or a hacker transfers the money, they can end up losing their money. With Bitcoin Vault, we have the ability to receive our money back within 24 hours. So there's these three very important advantages to Bitcoin Vault, and I'll go through each one of them. Right, so first of all, considering the business proposition for Bitcoin Vault. Now Bitcoin has become almost unprofitable to mine since the last halving. It's become much more difficult to mine over the years. A lot of electricity is required to mine Bitcoin, and the rewards that people receive from mining Bitcoin, they halve every 4 years. At the moment, people get only 6.25 Bitcoin when they succeed at receiving Bitcoin that's mined. Right, so the amount people can earn from Bitcoin has gone down over the years, and it's not so profitable for people to mine Bitcoin. And there's been a number of companies that have been doing mining of Bitcoin that they're not able to do it anymore because it's just not profitable for them. And Bitcoin Vault is a new coin, and it's easier to mine at the moment. It's relatively new. Less electricity is required, and the current rewards for mining Bitcoin Vault is 150 Bitcoin Vault for every block that's mined and successfully mined and receives some Bitcoin Vault. So that makes the coin much more profitable for people to do mining.
As long as I continue getting inside the business, I understood that this industry is on the way, on the move. It's not static, and I had to learn new things and to understand that I had to move to mine another coin. And I moved to mine Bitcoin. And then I said, it's not enough to mine only for myself. I will bring my friends to mine. It's such great. And then we said, let's open a business, Mine Best.
Wow.
After a while, we opened our first data center, and we got connected with affiliate marketers. And from that point, we started to be another type of business, not just a data center, some kind of cloud mining with community. And again, after half a year, we said, Bitcoin is boring. We need something more exciting to bring for the community, something that can show more growth and potential. And the natural choice was Bitcoin Vault.
Another big advantage with Bitcoin Vault is with regard to the crypto ecosystem. By that, I'm talking about the distribution of a cryptocurrency. a lot of people are not aware that about 60% of all Bitcoin is owned by only 0.06% of Bitcoin wallets. And although people speak about Bitcoin as a decentralized money system, however, as a result of a few individuals having a lot of Bitcoin, they have the ability to manipulate the market. They can suddenly sell a whole load of Bitcoin, which will cause the value to go down, right? And over the years, we have seen this type of market manipulation occur with Bitcoin. Now, with Bitcoin Vault, it has the advantage that many customers of Mining City, they're doing the mining of Bitcoin Vault, and they own the Bitcoin Vault. So Bitcoin Vault is very much spread out amongst a lot more people. And this causes a fairer distribution of Bitcoin Vault amongst many people. Therefore, this reduces the possibility of manipulation. And in addition, the members of Mining City, because they're doing the mining of Bitcoin Vault, they have an interest for the value of Bitcoin Vault to go up. And therefore, they're not going to try to do some type of manipulation to cause the value to go down.
In about January, more and more competition started to mine the coin. Imagine one mining farm connected to the Bitcoin Vault blockchain and mine 50% of the coins. So 200,000 customers get the same money that one mining farm, one person got. Just they had to divide it by 200,000 people. This is not fair. Coming a guy, connecting his machine and stealing our money. Next week he could do 51% attack of the network. So what? We're trying to build something decentralized and coming one guy and taking all the project? This is what I call parasite. Well, we invented this technology. We work very hard for reputation and for bringing investments to develop the market, to develop the business. Coming a guy from the cave and stealing our money, putting more sell pressure on the exchange just to sell. Come help us to develop the business instead of stealing coin. Or break even to return your money will be more than 2 times than the industry. And then it will start to be like Bitcoin, 3 years just to return break even. It will be very hard for you to sell plans like that. But what is really dangerous when so much, I would say, small amount of people own the majority is that they can actually manipulate the game. They can manipulate the prices of the Bitcoin on exchanges. They can sell a lot, they can buy a lot, and we became some kind of slaves. Okay, we became some kind of like their toys or their players, and this is their game. And it serves them well, and sometimes you see the price jumping of Bitcoin or price is dumping down, and we cannot do anything about it because the volumes are huge, billions of dollars a day.
In addition, there's a technical advantage to Bitcoin Vault, and this is a very big advantage. That a number of times people have sent Bitcoin to somebody else, they've made a mistake, and they've lost money, or an exchange has been hacked, or a person's computer has been hacked, and the hacker has ended up taking a person's Bitcoin. Once the hacker does that, the person does not have the possibility to get back his Bitcoin anymore. Right? With Bitcoin Vault, there's the possibility of receiving back the Bitcoin Vault within 24 hours. Bitcoin Vault actually has 3 keys, one for the transaction, second one in order to receive the Bitcoin Vault back within 24 hours, and a third key in order to make sure that a transaction is closed within 10 minutes and cannot be and that the person who sent the Bitcoin Vault can't get the Bitcoin Vault back again. Right? So therefore, we see from here that Bitcoin Vault has a very big intrinsic value, the fact that it provides a higher level of security than what Bitcoin does.
Another, I would say, withdrawal or disadvantages with Bitcoin is theft challenges. If someone hack your key, you can actually take your coins. Now, don't be confused. Bitcoin technology is very secure. We are the problem. The way that we secure the keys to our wallets. And it's very famous that big exchanges companies lost hundreds of millions of dollars because hackers got access to the key. And it can come from different directions because an organization has employees and they can make mistakes, or sometimes the employees can do an internal job and can actually open the door for hackers. And this is why when that happens, if someone steals coins from you, it's possible to get it back, but it's a process that can take years. You need to go to the police. You need to hire a lawyer, you need to go to House of Court, present evidence. Sometimes you don't have the right evidence if someone scammed you or tried to sell you something online, and you cannot even find the identity, and this process can take years. So you can see nothing is perfect, but nothing also will stop innovation. And this is why I would like to introduce you Bitcoin Vault!
Amazing.
So, Bitcoin Vault is actually Bitcoin. You can actually get access to the source code of Bitcoin, where people worked on the source code for so many years. And everyone can download it and modify it. It's open source code, and this is what it makes it also very, very trusted. So we actually took the source code last year from another project and called the Bitcoin Royale, and they invented the second key, which means you can retrieve money back within 24 hours if you use the second key. And we came and said, yeah, but why to wait 24 hours when I need to do very fast deals sometimes, not always. And we came and said, let's do the third key. But you see, small change, and it's still a revolution. And this is what is beautiful about cryptocurrencies. Still have so many opportunities waiting for us. And I will try to explain to you how it works, and it will be available in the next 2 months. Until then, Bitcoin Vault is exactly as Bitcoin, the way you use it with one key. And once it's going to be available, you will see the new wallets will support the 3 keys. And the way to work is like that. If exchange use Bitcoin Vault, normally they will send, if you do a withdrawal from an exchange, it will take 24 hours that you will actually get the final confirmation to get the coin into your wallet. Now, this is pretty normal in exchanges to wait 24 hours. So we didn't create any significant further delay because of that. But it really helps the exchanges if someone hacks the system. Then the Treasury Department have 24 hours to check unauthorized transactions and actually use the second key to get the coins back. This is big revolution. It's going to change the market. Okay? It's groundbreaking. And where is it less convenient? Let's say you want to sell your car. You gave your car, someone gave you Bitcoin Vault, and then he said, he's taking the coins back. There's nothing you can do about it, right? So for that kind of deal, when you don't trust the seller or the buyer, it's better to use the third key. And this third key, it means that you need to install another wallet, so total 2 devices. It can be 2 smartphones. It can be a laptop and a smartphone, or 2 laptops. It can be husband and wife. It can be CFO, financial chief, and CEO, the owner of the company, and they can together secure. And they have 30 seconds from the moment that you use the first key to the moment you use the third key. And it's almost virtually impossible for hackers to hack 2 different devices that he doesn't know in 30 seconds. So this technology is going to do a lot of echoes in the next few years. And we started to list the coin on I think 3 exchanges, and we will list on all of them eventually. But what happens is people really like the project, the exchanges really like the project, and they started to list it by themselves. And they used to charge us money, and now they do it for free. This is how much they really believe in the project. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
Now let's just consider Eyal Avramovich's progression of mining over the years. Now, he started off by mining Ethereum for himself in 2017 in China. After that, he started to mine Bitcoin for himself. Then he wanted to mine Bitcoin for other people. So he started the company MineBest. And that would give the possibility for other people to use his data center in order to mine Bitcoin. After he opened the data center, he then got involved with cloud mining in order that a community of network marketers could benefit from the MineBest data center so that they could do mining of Bitcoin.
You know, everything started actually in China with I started to mine Ethereum 2017. And I said, that's it. This is going to be my long-term business. Mining to myself Ethereum. And then as long as I continue getting inside the business, I understood that this industry is on the way, on the move. It's not static. And I had to learn new things and to understand that I had to move to mine another coin. And I moved to mine Bitcoin. And then I said, it's not enough to mine only for myself. I will bring my friends to mine. It's such great. And then we said, let's open a business, MineBest.
Wow.
After a while, we opened our first data center.
In 2019, Mining City started. After a while, Eyal realized that the community needed something which had much more potential to grow than what Bitcoin provided. And so therefore, towards the end of 2019, Bitcoin Vault started.
And we got connected with affiliate marketers. And from that point, we started to be another type of business, not just a data center, some kind of cloud mining with community. And again, after half a year, we said, Bitcoin is boring. We need something more exciting to bring for the community, something that can show more growth and potential. And the natural choice was Bitcoin Vault.
In order to compete with larger mining pools, Bitcoin Vault joined with WDMO on a new standard called DDMS. WDMO is the World Digital Mining Organization. Now, Bitcoin Vault is the first blockchain to adhere to the decentralized digital mining standards of WDMO. The main purpose of the World Digital Mining Organization is that there should be certain standards of where mining can be done and provide a certain level of regulation of how the mining is done in order that the mining should be more decentralized, right? That there shouldn't be mining done mainly all in one country or mainly done by one mining pool. It should be much more decentralized. So therefore, Eyal decided that it's best for Bitcoin Vault to adhere to the standard called Digital Mining Standards, Decentralized Digital Mining Standard, DDMS, of the World Digital Mining Organizations. And as we mentioned, one of the main goals of WDMO is to ensure fair global distribution of mining conducted at the highest standards.
Another half a year later, we saw how much hard it is to compete big miners in the industry. And we joined with World Digital Mining Organization on the new standard, DDMS, Decentralized Digital Mining Standard.
What happened at the beginning when Bitcoin Vault was starting to be mined, that other mining pools, they saw the potential for Bitcoin Vault, and they also started to mine Bitcoin Vault. Now, these people, they didn't have a particular interest in the project. They had their own interest, and so they didn't mind if the value of Bitcoin Vault was to go down, right? They had their own personal interest, and so they were accumulating a lot of Bitcoin Vault, but Eyal understood that there was a danger here, that these people could end up getting a lot of Bitcoin Vault, and then they could end up causing the value of Bitcoin Vault to go right down. So MineBest found a legal way to push away these miners in order to ensure that the value of Bitcoin Vault would continue to go up.
Coming a guy from the cave and stealing our money, putting more sell pressure on the exchange, just to sell. Come help us to develop the business instead of stealing coin. Or break even to return your money will be more than 2 times than the industry. And then it will start to be like Bitcoin, 3 years just to return break even. It will be very hard for you to sell plans like that.
Now, Bitcoin Vault is open source. In the future, it will be possible for other mining pools to do mining. But when they do so, it will be in accordance with the standards of DDMS, as we mentioned before. And in that way, it will be possible for Bitcoin Vault to be truly decentralized, but at the same time, the community will be able to make decisions. for example, it will be possible for the community to be able to make sure that people who buy mining packages, they should at least be able to break even the amount they paid for the mining packages within a year. That within a year, they should be able to get at least their money back. Right, now let's consider, why did the value of Bitcoin Vault suddenly drop? Right, as we mentioned, on the 23rd of August, the value suddenly went down, and what occurred was that there were several individuals that made that they worked together in order to sell a large amount of Bitcoin Vault in a coordinated way at a very low price. And this was intentional behavior of individuals to bring down the price of Bitcoin Vault. And this caused some people to start to panic, and then they also sold their Bitcoin Vault. And then that caused the value to go down even more. And then the people who started this whole process of getting the value to go down, so then they bought back Bitcoin Vault at very low prices. It was quite clear that their intention was to bring down the price of Bitcoin Vault so that they could buy it back at lower prices and make big gains for themselves. Now, when this occurred, MineBest and MineIncity, they took certain actions in order to minimize the effect of what was going on, but nevertheless, the value still dropped, and afterwards, it didn't go back to its full value, but it went back a certain amount. In the future, MineBest and MineIncity intend to do various things in order to make sure that this type of problem shouldn't be so big as how it occurred on this occasion. And one of the things that they intend to do is to educate the community more, that if you see the value of Bitcoin Vault dropping, not to panic, not to suddenly start selling your Bitcoin Vault at a low value. And also, in the future, MineBest and MineIncity want the community of MineIncity to be more prepared that if such a thing were to occur again, that people shouldn't suddenly panic and start selling their Bitcoin Vault, but they should realize that this type of thing does happen from time to time in the market, and over a period of time, the market will go back up to a higher value. Is Bitcoin Vault still a worthwhile cryptocurrency? In spite of the big drop, Bitcoin Vault quickly bounced back. Professional traders say that this shows a very healthy sign for the coin. It indicates a strong market that wants to buy the coin. Bitcoin Vault has a real value because of the security benefits that it provides. Bitcoin Vault is expected to increase in value in the future very, very much. These type of market movements of sudden drops of a large scale, this has occurred over the years with Bitcoin. Anybody who's been involved with Bitcoin for a number of years is well used to this type of movement with cryptocurrency. If a person just needs to look up to see over the years that Bitcoin, it started off at a very small amount, $0.008, eventually went up to $1, and then to $31, and then it dropped down to $2, and then up to $13, then to $266, then it dropped down to $130, and dropped down again to $100, and then it ended up shooting up to 350, 1,000, and then eventually it went up to 20,000. Right? So these type of market movements of drops and then rebounding afterwards, this is quite common with Bitcoin, and with Bitcoin Vault, this is likely to occur again. But over time, the amount of drop in a given short space of time is not expected to be so large, because the coin will be distributed amongst a larger amount of people. Now, Bitcoin Vault, it started to be mined in October 2019. The original value was about $5. Throughout nearly a year, Bitcoin Vault continued to rise in value until it reached a value of about $480 a coin within a year. Right? And if you look at Bitcoin, it took 4 years until it reached that type of value. Now, after people got to hear about Bitcoin Vault a bit, so some people started to mine it, not just MineBest. And Eyal, he realized that if there's other people mining Bitcoin Vault, he realized there's a potential that could be detrimental for Bitcoin Vault, that certain people will take a large amount of Bitcoin Vault and they could cause the value of Bitcoin Vault to suddenly drop. When we hear Eyal speak about Bitcoin Vault, it's quite clear that Bitcoin Vault is not just another means for MineBest to earn money from cloud mining using the MineBest data centers. If MineBest succeeds in making sure that the value of Bitcoin Vault will go up, Bitcoin Vault will become much more valuable to Eyal than what he's going to earn from selling the cloud mining packages. In addition, Eyal will get a certain satisfaction as an inventor that he's produced something very, very beneficial for the world, and that people all over the world are using this as a currency. So I've seen from a number of videos from Eyal how important Bitcoin Vault is to him, and it's not just because he's going to make more profit from the cloud mining. What's going to be the future of Bitcoin Vault? In the near future, Bitcoin Vault will be on other exchanges, including Binance. They intend to put it on Binance. people will be able to have special wallets and have use of Bitcoin Vault's 3 keys in order that they can have this special security that is spoken about. And in addition, MindBest will have special marketing campaigns for Bitcoin Vault. Eyal already has plans of mining Bitcoin Vault in a very efficient way. I'm mining it in space, right? MindBest has got very, very big plans for Bitcoin Vault. So it comes out that everybody's talking about Bitcoin going to the moon, but Bitcoin Vault will go to the moon and be mined in space. Now that I found out all this information about Bitcoin Vault, I feel much more confidence about buying mining packages from Mining City. I realize that this is a coin where there's a company, MindBest, with a CEO, Eyal Abramovich, that it's very, very high priority for them to look after this coin, to make sure that people are not taking advantage of this coin to bring down the price. They're making sure that it's distributed amongst a tremendous amount of people that will give it a lot more stability, and that also that the mining will run spread out in different places, not in one country. This will give it much more stability, make it truly decentralized, and in the future, this will be a very, very strong cryptocurrency. And as Eyal says, it will be in the top 10 and even in the top 5, and it could even be the top 1 cryptocurrency.
So, guys, the future is bright. And we will not stop until we will be top 10 and top 5.
Exactly.
And top 3.
And number 1.
Together we grow. Bitcoin Vault!
As Eyal says, Bitcoin Vault!